Good afternoon, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be with you guys this afternoon. Finally, we're back. Um, Thank you so much. I want to take the time to thank everybody that's been sending messages, checking on me, asking me about conversation with Joe. So it's a definitive this summer. We're gonna be spending some time with you guys, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. I can't believe that it's been more than 3 years since I started this show. Today we're going to receive a dear friend of mine, and we're gonna be able to catch up with him, and he's gonna be presenting us his new project. I am going to add him on the live.
So, how have you been? How's everything?
You know, being lay low a little bit, trying to get some stuff situated. I'm
Okay.
excited to be back with you guys. And yeah, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that's been emailing, DM, checking on me, asking about the show. I was kind of like having mixed feeling
And now
about
you're back.
bringing it back. But
Well,
when I heard the news, I couldn't. How could I? I was like, we gotta do a live, we gotta do a live, we gotta do a live.
okay. Well, welcome back. It's good to have you back.
Thank you. And I'm
Uh,
super excited to have you as the first episode. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So so we're gonna wait a little bit more before we dive more into it to see if Friend's gonna be able to make it. Yeah, I can't wait for you to share the good news with everybody.
Me too.
I mean, you already shared, but to get into more details. And for those who just joined, you can always, guys, participate with us. You can put your comment, question in the chat, and then we'll go through them. And then all the question you're gonna have for Jerry, put them in the comment box. You're gonna have some fun.
All right.
All right. So you want to start or you want to wait some more?
Let's go ahead and get started.
All right. So Jerry, right? That's your name, right? You still that's still your name?
Still my
All
name.
right. So I think that was about like 3 years ago. We did the show together and we were kind of like focusing on your life as a you were a soldier, your family life, how you manage. But it's been 3 years, so
And
what
now I'm
happened
three
since
years older.
3 years older? We all 3 years older.
Time doesn't
Time
stop,
fly.
but
That's
I
crazy.
know.
That's crazy though.
I know. It seems like yesterday.
I know. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So what's been happening with you? What happened? Like,
Uh, Nothing much really. I've started writing a book, and that's new.
you started or you done? Like,
Well, after we talk, after the last live, after we did the last
oh,
show,
really?
I started, and now it's ready to be presented to the world.
So wait, can I take credit for the inspiration?
No, no, you cannot.
This is so exciting. I'm so happy for you. I'm super proud of you. And so what compelled you to, since I wasn't the source of the inspiration, so what compelled you to write the book?
Well, first off, my lovely country of Haiti was my inspiration. The book is about Haiti, but I believe that our story needed to be told, that people needed. I know that people know that we did something, that something momentous happened back in the days, but it's been so long, people don't really know what happened. So I wanted to kind of give a, it's not really history, it's a novel, but I wanted to tell our story and let people know what we did. So that's why I wrote the book.
Okay, so I don't want you to give everything out because people need to buy the book to know the story. But when you say happen, know, in Haitian history, there's so many different like stories, so many things happen. So are you focusing on a specific period of time, or it's just like embracing different
I, yes, it's just someone telling the story of what happened during the revolution, during our revolution, how we gained independence. And like I said, it's not a history book, it's a novel, and he's there while this is happening, and we live the events through him.
I'm so excited. This is amazing.
I'm excited for you guys too.
Okay, so next question. I know like a lot of people are thinking, considering, or even like, you know, they have a lot of comments. How was for you the process of you know, the writing process and then finishing writing it, the publishing process? How was that for you? And also if you can share things that you have learned during this time.
Uh, I would say getting started is the hard part, like getting your ideas, your thought together and getting like the spine of the book together. And once you start writing, what I found for me is that it flows. It's just the idea, your imagination kicks in, and the ideas, everything just it just goes on the paper. Sometimes you're gonna have a block, and just don't don't get upset. Don't just let it come to you. And inspiration is gonna come at any time. You could be driving, you could be anywhere, and inspiration comes, and you just have to put it on paper. And the publishing process, that's where friends came in. He was very instrumental in getting the book out there. It's a shame. Let me see if I'm able to get him. Uh, yes, he was very instrumental in us getting the book out to you. He had a lot of idea. He has published a lot of books, and when I saw his books, they are all about
Asian history.
yes, Howard story. And I really like the work that he's been doing. That's why I wanted to partner up with them and get a story out there.
And how was the vibe working with him?
Frank is a cool guy. He knows his work. He knows what he's doing. He's published a lot of books, and he had a lot of insightful ideas on how to proceed, on how to best market it, and yeah, it's been cool working with him.
Yes, I really
If he
wish
was
could
here,
like be
maybe I
there.
would not say all that, but since he's not here,
I know, I know. And for those who doesn't know him, French is a author as well. His books. What I liked about his book is it's like a interesting and easy way for children. Our children who were born in the state who don't know about like Haitian history. It's very easy, and it's, I don't know. I just like, that was interesting when you told me as well. Like that was a push. I was like, oh my gosh, like this him. Yeah. So his book, or I can, you can, guys can meet him, find him on Instagram. I'm really hoping that he will be able to get on live with us before the end so he can like talk about him more. I think he'll like best to present himself. But yeah, next questions. And the title of your book is This is Haiti, right?
yes, ma'am.
So how did you come up with this name?
Well, like I explained earlier, the book is about Haiti, and to me, it made sense to kind of present the whole work at this is Haiti. It's like in your face, you know exactly what you're in for. It's our story. It's everything about Haiti. It's how we got started, how we vanquished the French, and everything that happened. And that's why I decided to call it This is Haiti. It kind of stands out for me.
And even to myself, even the spelling was interesting.
This is the Creole spelling of the word. Yes, I had to go back to the roots.
Exciting. This is very exciting. Okay. Also, I saw the cover, right? Because you posted it, and it's a very interesting cover. I don't know if you wanted to talk about this as well. Like, where the idea came from, what it meant, because, is that you on the cover? Like all the
Uh,
insightful you can.
about the cover, there was a French, not French, I don't know what I'm saying. There's a Haitian artist in New York. His name is Kervin, and he designed the cover.
Mm,
Is if you want to follow him on Instagram, is hashtag, I think it's a comics art. I can
okay.
put it in the
Yeah,
comments. Ever since I
sure. Put
saw
it in the
his
comment.
art, ever so ever since I saw his art, I was like, this is what I want. This is who I want. He's got to design my book cover. And this is where friends was very instrumental in getting me in touch with him and getting everything aligned. And since Kervin heard about the project, he was very enthusiastic. Everything about Haiti is very uh, eager to be a part of it. He loves the nation. He loves our country. Everything he does is to promote our lovely country. And when he heard about the project, he was eager to get started. He designed the whole cover and kept us updated every step of the way. And when it came out, I was like, oh, you outdid yourself. It was good. You guys are going to find out for yourself, but I was in awe.
Oh, I'm so impressed and excited. Like all three of you guys were able to get together, and I don't know. On the outside, it's already look beautiful, so I can't wait to see what's in the
You feel
inside.
free to judge the book by its cover. It's really that good.
Yes, I cannot wait. I can't wait, and I'm gonna let you know. Um, so last time, you were like Marines, veterans. Right now, you're an author. So how did you? It's kind of like personal, but how did you? What's your experience with the process? Like people is around you, your family members, like parents. So
Oh,
what's coming out of it? Like if you don't mind
no,
sharing.
no one disturbed me. I know I have kids and I have a whole family and I travel a lot. I would be riding anywhere, everywhere. I would be at work. I have some downtime, inspiration strikes, and I'm riding. I'm home. The kids are playing, yelling, screaming, playing music. I'm riding. I'm on the plane. I'm flying to who knows where, and I'm riding. Whenever inspiration comes, it's you got to jot it down. You got to write it down and get the flesh out the ideas and make it happen.
A quick comment since you mentioned writing. A comment. Friend of
Yes.
ours the other day was telling me how she's always so inspired and impressed just because of the fact that everywhere you go you always have the Haitian flag with you. And so like I was like, okay, I need to say in her name and everybody else's name who can't reach out to you, thank you for taking us everywhere you go. And
Always.
it's very inspiring. And I don't know. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like where is gonna be next? But there's always the flight. So thank you.
That
If
flag
you're
has
out
been
there.
everywhere.
Yes, and we feel like we're part of your travel. We're there. So we can't wait to see what's gonna be next.
Yes, ma'am. I'm excited as well.
Okay, so next question. Um, Also based on your personal experience, what do you think people seems to misunderstand about becoming a writer?
Uh, uh, it's very time consuming. You're not gonna write a book in 6 months. It takes time to do your research. It takes time to flesh out your ideas. It takes time to write them out, and then the editing process. Ooh, let me not get started. It took a while to edit and make sure that everything that I deliver a good product. So pace yourself. You're in for it's a long road. Just manage your expectation. It's not gonna happen overnight, and uh, just let it out. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, whatever comes to mind, let it out.
Keep writing, never stop.
Yes.
Okay. And what advice would you give to anyone who's like considering, writing a book or not even considering thinking about it, not sure if they want to do it or even nervous about doing it. And sometimes also it's our own perception of us and what we think that people are going to say. Like what advice, considering all of this, what advice would you give to someone who kind of considering becoming a writer?
I'm glad you mentioned that what people are gonna think, what people are gonna say. It's like you're writing a book. To me, it's very intimate. You're putting your thought out there. You putting your soul naked in front of people to judge you, to criticize. I would say don't second guess yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're doing. You belong. You deserve to be here. Just go with it. It's your passion. It's what you want to do. Oh, I thought friends was coming. It's what you want to do. Just go out there and make it happen. I know imposter syndrome is real and it's going to strike you. It's going to tell you you're not good enough. But go out there and make it happen.
And people always gonna have something to say at the end of the day.
Yes, you deserve to be. You deserve a seat at the table. You are good enough. You are worthy, and make
Yeah,
your passion happen.
he's here. Hi. I'm
Hey,
sorry, I'm excited.
hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Thank
Mr.
you
Friends.
so
I-
much for joining us. I apologize for all the hiccup we had, but I'm super
Uh,
excited to have you with us.
If I can,
Technical.
I wanted to present my friend, to introduce my friend, Mr. Friends Doranaku, a published author and publisher, and he's written so many books, and I'm glad to have you on board, friends.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. My pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, sir. And we were talking about the process on making the cover. And I wanted to have your input since you are very instrumental in getting that out there. If you want to say anything about it and getting me connected with Kervin.
Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to Kervin Andre, A Comics Art. I mean, one of the best artists, and doing it for Haitian culture. Just artist, period. Right? He's an amazing artist. So Kervin and I, we've worked together in the past. In fact, when I was doing my books, I had done two books already, Haiti and Mackendal. And even though I was happy with the illustrations, I was looking for something a little bit more, right, out of the illustrations because, I mean, we were writing about the Haitian Revolution. It's like I want it to be very graphic
Mhm.
and stuff. So I was on Instagram one day. I saw this amazing picture, like this portrait
Right,
of
right.
all of these, Haitian revolutionaries. I was like, "Yo, what's that?" And then it said it was A Comics Art. So I was like, "Man, I have to find out who this person is." So once I, connected with him, we hit it off from the very beginning, because pretty much I write, he paints, and then we kind of like did a few projects together. He did my book cover for Bookman, which is my third book, and then the fourth book, She Rose, he illustrated the whole book. And then the last project we did together was Heroes, where he illustrated the whole book, and we went on a book tour together, the Heroes Book and Art Tour, and we were really close friends. So when Jerry and I linked up and he showed me his story, I was like, dang, this story is good, man. I really enjoyed it. It took me a while to get to it. Because I was busy, but once I read it, I was like, man, I like this a lot. Um
Thank
and
you.
and we were thinking about the book cover. So I was like, man, we need to get Curvin on this, man. So we had a couple of ideas. We had a little session, um, and we just threw out a couple of ideas, and Kervin came up with like the concept, and the next thing you know, man, we came out with an amazing cover.
The artist went to work. and he didn't
Yes, he did.
disappoint.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did not. He never disappoints. I don't think I can't even
I,
say
I,
that.
I know. That's not a word in
Um,
his vocabulary. I know.
yes, indeed, man. So he did an amazing job with the book cover, and it looks great.
Thank you so much, Guy. Like I was thinking out while you were talking, I'm like two great minds getting together, and I'm sure this gonna be amazing. I can't wait for
Jerry too. Don't forget Jerry.
you, Jerry. I said three great minds.
Oh,
You
three. Great. I thought you
guys.
said two.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I heard you say two
Oh,
too. So
oh my gosh. Three great minds getting together,
Okay.
producing
they're like,
greatness.
wait a minute, which
Okay.
two is he talking about? Which one is being left out?
Seriously. Okay. Thank you very much. Three great minds. And this next question is for your friends. I already asked Jerry about it a little bit earlier, but I wanted you to share how was this process for you personally? Like, getting with Jerry and then getting with Curvins. How was the process of putting everything together? And yeah, and I don't know, for some reason I really like the idea of saying three black men working together, and that's make me excited. So how was this for you?
Ah, man, this was, I mean, it was easy for one. For I didn't really do much of the work. You know what I mean? Like Jerry already, wrote the story. Curvin was in charge of, you know, doing the book cover. So I was just the guy in the middle trying to putting everything together, right? So usually I'm the one that's writing and the one that's, going through all this creative process and this and that. So now I really was just, the publisher,
Mhm.
right? I could just kind of like, and I didn't even really fully publish. I was just kind of like making the connections. And when Jerry came to me, I was in a space where I had like just got off of my book tour. So I didn't really want to go through like a whole nother publishing type of process because I mean, I just came off of a 30 city book tour. So I was like, man, I'm kind of beat right now. So I was like, Jerry, I'll give you a couple of pointers. I'll connect you with a couple of people and stuff like that. And then, you could take it from there. So, I didn't really do that much work, but, I'm definitely fully supportive of the project. So I told Jerry, like, whatever you need me to do. And then, but what happens is once I read the story, that's when like, my juices started flowing. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, it's like it'll be cool if we did this, or it'll be cool if we did that, and and I was sharing those ideas with Jerry, and he was really good with receiving the ideas and receiving a couple of some feedback that I had on the story that I felt, the story could, do this or do that. This could be a little bit different. And then, and yeah, man, he was very receptive. So it was good. It was a good experience. I don't mind it. I don't have to write all the time. Other people could write, and I could take a look at it and kind of fill in the missing pieces and make it happen that way. So it was a good experience.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. And you said multiple times you're an author yourself. Now you're publisher. That's the part I didn't know about you. I didn't know you were also a publisher. Um, what advice would you give to anybody who's kind of like leaning into becoming a writer, an author?
Just write. Just continue writing, you know what I mean? And write until you finish. Right? Like I know sometimes a lot of people they'll start something but they won't finish it.
I
Right?
remember I
So
met.
many people. So many people. I mean, I could understand it, but without that ending of the book, you don't have a book. You know what I mean? So there's like a lot of people who they come and they ask me about the publishing process. Um, and the first thing I always ask is, all right, well, are you finished writing the book?
Mhm.
And they be like, no. So I'm like, don't even think about the publishing process yet. You know what I mean? So the first thing I would tell somebody is just to keep writing until you get to the end, right? And don't even think about anything outside, like after that process, because it's just going to, get you sidetracked. Like usually my process, I don't, because writing is a very creative
Mm-hmm.
process and publishing is a very business oriented process. So I have to kind of like get through my creative process first before I could, because publishing, requires a lot of, work, right? So usually what I do once I get to the end of the book and the end of the story, I actually put it away without editing. I just do one draft and then I put it away so I could kind of like let my mind kind of, calm down a little bit. And then I go work on some publishing stuff, some marketing, some this, that, and the other, like maybe contacting the artist and stuff to give them the ideas of illustrations. And then maybe after like another 30, 60 days, maybe 90 days, that's when I go back to the story and then I could kind of like, look at it with a fresh set of eyes, and then go do my edits and this, that, and the other, and I'll work on that for like 30 days or so. So that's different from a regular writer who is not also a writer publisher, right? So if you're a writer, then just keep writing until you get to the end. Don't edit chapter 1 and chapter
Mm-hmm.
2 if you have 30 chapters. Just keep going until you get to the end, and then you could go back and then start editing stuff. But don't stop until you get to the end.
If you go down that rabbit hole, you're always going to want to change something. There's always something that you're not going to like, and it's
Always, always. I mean, to be honest, and I'll give you guys a secret. I don't read my books once I
That's
publish them.
exactly what I was gonna say. I'm like, I do not do that.
you've been
Yeah.
through it so many times already.
Oh man, not only that, but it's like you want to change everything, like it's like, oh, I should have said this that way. Oh, I should have said that
Oh, I
way.
forgot.
Like,
Maybe I.
yeah, so it's like, I mean, it got to a point where I came out with, a second edition
Mm,
of both of my first books because, I came out with the first book in 2015 and, you learn so much more because like
yeah.
Haitian history is something that it's like you learn something new every day, right? But like something, a new hero or a new person or someone did this or someone did that. So, you go back after learning another 10 years of information,
Mm.
and then you go back to your first book and you're like, golly, man, like, what did I write? I didn't know anything, right? So yeah, I came out with my second edition like a couple of years ago, the first book. And but that's because I read the first one and I was like, I'm not happy with it. So I would say, that's just one thing. That's with me because I always want to change, and I'd rather use that energy putting out new material
Mhm.
instead of going back and changing the old stuff.
Makes sense. Um, all right, guys. So I know, Jerry, you posted that the book is coming on May 18th. Okay, I'm gonna break down that question. Why May 18th? I think I have an idea. We might have an idea, but
Well,
I want to hear it from your own words. Why
as
May
I'm
18th?
sure everybody knows, May 18 is Haitian Flag Day. It was a very significant day for our culture, for the history, and it is also part of my book. So I wanted to do something significant. I wanted to drop it on a date that was culturally significant for us, for Haitian, and what better day than May 18?
And the other exciting parts, May 18th, where do we get this book? Like,
It's gonna be on all the major retailers, Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, Walmart, wherever you buy your books, you would find it there. And since I believe this should be a very culturally important book for the Haitian people, it's priced very low. I want everybody to go out there and buy one. It's $12.99, so everybody can get one. Price should not be an issue for you getting this book.
Let's go, people. Let's make Jerry a bestseller. May 18th.
On day one.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
No, and you know me, I'm always like seeing further. So I can't wait. Like, what's next? What are we doing? Where are we meeting? Where the book signing at? Like, what's happening? When are you in New York? What's going on? Friends, like,
We
let's
are
go. What's happening?
we are in the works for a couple of meet and greet and book signings events, and I'll keep you posted on that. I'm doing a couple of cities. We can get started in Atlanta, Miami, New York, and we'll see what comes from that. But we are definitely getting out there and meeting people. Stay
I'm waiting for the
tuned.
dates, people. Send me the dates.
Yep, he's about to go on. It's gonna be the This Is IET book tour. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be lit for sure.
This
I'm
summer, we out
excited.
there. We're gonna be outside,
Summer is coming. We have to be outside.
right?
Absolutely.
Thank
Yeah, I'm excited though, man. It's an amazing story. I think people are really going to, even though it's like a fictional, it's like historical fiction, right? So it really brings you into the story, and I think a lot of people are going to gravitate towards it. So
And even though you think you know the story, there are gonna be things that you don't know,
yeah,
that you forgot, that you didn't learn in school, and go out there and grab your book and enjoy your reading. You're gonna love it.
yes.
and also something I wanted to piggyback on, and I know you guys, like, you have your personal life, husband, what fathers, like, you're working, man, and you still find the time to still go after your passion. So I wanted to say thank you for being great role model for the younger generation and showing them, like, it still can happen. And we know, like, especially for our generation, there's not a lot, like, I don't want to be okay, I don't want to say there's not a lot going on, but it's not a lot of us who go out there and pursue our dream and at the same time fulfilling our responsibility. So I wanted to pick out on that and say thank you for being some role model. You never know who's being inspired at this present time, at this moment. So I'll keep you encouraged and, never keep up, never
Well,
stop.
thank you to you as well, Miss Arthur. Uh, let's not forget to mention that you've also published a couple of books.
Oh, but
Awesome, awesome. Congratulations.
yes. And before and I wanted to ask you guys if there's anybody who wanted to, to send some shout out to say some thank you. I don't know, family members, friends, relative, people you work with. Like, that's the time for you to do it.
For me, I would start with Mr. Friends Dowanakur here present with us. He was very instrumental in us getting this out there. My biggest supporter, Reginald de Ravin, my brother-in-law, he's my number one fan, I would say. He's always, like, every week he's calling me, where's the book? When is it coming out? And he was my first editor too. Uh, Mr. Kervin MJ for getting the cover made, for getting this amazing piece of art. It's sure to catch the eye, and it's so amazing. And I would say Miss Coach Betty Fortuna. She gave me a couple of consulting sessions as well about the book and about publishing, and I really appreciated that. And I would say my family for the support, for being there with me.
Awesome, man. I think Jerry said it all, man. I think that's good. That's good. You're good to go, man. Shout out to Jerry. Shout out to Curvin. Shout out to everybody that had a part to do with the project. And we just getting started, man. This is it's gonna be. I'm excited for Jerry, to kind of like go through this author process because I know how excited I am when I first came out with my first book and how passionate I was and how many different doors opened up for me and the love and support that I got from the Haitian community. for bringing our stories to life. So I think Jerry is gonna do a great job and be an ambassador of young Haitian authors, and we're gonna keep blazing the trail.
Thank you. Thank you. This is just the
Absolutely.
beginning.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. And
Sir. Yes, sir.
and remember, people, the date is May 18. Is it dropping at midnight?
Yes. On the dot.
Midnight, people, midnight, May 18. I want to see these pictures posting, like this comment, this link, like everything, like support. We have to support each other, and I'm a big fan of that. May 18. I don't know what else to say. Um, May 18, midnight. We're gonna be there. It's going down.
Well,
So
thank you. Thank you so much for having us, Joanne, your podcast and getting the word out there.
of course, I could not show out. I could not come out. I'm so proud of you once again. Thank you guys for being the great inspiration that you are. And at this point, I guess, if nobody has any comment, there's a couple of shout out. Yes, Kenny. Yes, Serge. We see you. They're sending shout out. They're so proud of you. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining,
guys.
guys.
Thank you. And see you guys on May 18th. Don't
May
forget to get your copy.
18. May 18. Only one day. May 18, people.
All right.
All right.
So thank you so much, Jerry, and friends, for responding to the invitation. We have to do this again, right? We have to
Absolutely.
do this again. So
I
I can't
can't wait.
wait. And I appreciate you guys for taking the time of your busy schedule to be there with us. And I
All right.
can't wait what's going to be next for both of you. So I'm waiting for information. I'm here. I'm excited.
Thank
I'm waiting for the New
you,
York
guys.
date, right? And I can't wait. So thank you guys.
Stay
Until next time.
tuned, and
All right.
we'll
Peace.
see you guys.
Have a good one.